who identify as pansexual.
Pansexual too.
Pansexual.
Pens
Fuck off!
My god, I went to a pens factory like when I was 12, sexual awakening right there. Ooh.
He's gonna have so many things inserted into his anus in 3 seconds, I swear to God. Right. So.
Shut up and sit down.
I wish they'd been around when I was younger so that I could have known them and had gay icons to look up to, because I probably came out a lot sooner. But because I had no gay so I had no really understanding about what gay was or that it was really a thing. I knew it was a thing, but didn't really understand it, so that's why my brain never questioned it. Which I think is something that the new generations have the fortune of. There's so many people being out, being openly gay now, and coming out with genders and things as well, that a lot more kids that are younger are going, you know what, I don't feel like I'm right as I am, that makes more sense to me, so I actually think I'm that, and it's understandable. But going way off topic here. Yeah, the only thing that stopped happening was when I was a teenager, up until the point I came out, my granny would always ask me, so have you got a girlfriend yet?
Oh yeah.
Second I came out, stopped asking. I didn't even ask if I had a boyfriend, just stopped asking. My nan carried on badgering me. My nan's fine because I love her. And she kept asking, actually both my nans, so I've got to just speculate that both nans. I'm obviously talking about my granddad's other half rather than other man. I have such a weird random ass family. Unless I draw you a map, you won't understand. But yes, they're all very accepting. My granddad's still very accepting now. Yeah. He's met a couple of my boyfriends now. That's what I was just thinking. Yes, he's met Chris a couple of times. And they get on really well and everything. So.
Well, my one's done the whole thing where it's like, oh, have you met anyone? Not any girl. Which is a little difference, but it means a lot. Yeah,
now that sort of thing, that is what it should be, and it should be the change of, so have you met anyone yet? Have you got any interests?
Got any love in your life? That's
that kind of questioning, and it's just a case of older generations just kind of need to be taught that that's how it is, and then younger generations that need to be taught that that is how you question things. Don't question it straightforward. Have you met a girl? Have you met a boy? It should just be straightforward. Have you met anyone yet? And then let them just say who they met, who they're interested in, and whatever. It was the general thing for me. I think I became out younger as being more like what I am, gender neutral. And I adopted a term like that because I liked girls because I got on better with them, but very much in the way of when girls are younger, they get on with girls and tend to only see girls playing together and boys playing together, just because of simple interests. I had an interest in the girls, which is why I was the only boy playing with girls. But yeah, I need to stop talking about gender because I talked about so much gender yesterday with Ellis. It needs to be sexuality.
Still on your mind. Well, it's good because you said spectrum as well, because gender's not binary. There's an entire spectrum for the entire thing, and so is sexuality.
Exactly. Well, it's fun enough, obviously, you know, that I was filming with Alice yesterday about gender. And when I was discussing it with her, I was saying that I don't really see gender as a spectrum. I see it more like a cloud. She actually went, no, the better word for it is a nebula. So we've decided that it's actually a gender nebula sexual spectrum.
Holy shit.
Because
also she's amazing. But yeah, no, sidetracked. Off the point.
No, that's fine, don't worry, just keep going.
You get like the whole
blame everything on Tumblr.
Tumblr's, it's a terrible, beautiful place. I'm not sure if it's like I love it as much as I love Dark Souls. It's like the place that kills you repeatedly, but you still go back from home. Yeah. Still salty. But yeah. And also I'm salty from Dark Souls. Maybe later.
But alcohol to deal with this question.
But yeah, no,
So I think I'm going to go straight in with, I need to actually say this right looking at the camera. I keep doing this because I'm like reading from the page, so I'm reading down. I start talking at the camera and then I'll try and edit it and I'm like, I can't edit this without me looking at the floor.
They'll just be like, oh yeah, well we know, he's kind of cool, we should go talk about him. I met this really awesome guy that you might like.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just some sort of
He wants the D. You know that isn't fucking true, because you know the amount of women that are out there that are ugly as fucking sin, they're not attracted to them. The match people still to this day think that the second that you say that you are interested in guys, oh god, you want to fuck me? No, not all girls. No girls want to fuck you. Why the fuck do you think a boy wants to? Because they have no limits almost. And what they don't seem to understand is that it's like saying that every straight man is attracted to every woman in the world. So how can they say that every bisexual is attracted to everybody? They can't be. Nobody can be attracted to everyone. You still have a type, maybe multiple types, and you may have just more people that you are attracted to than if you were, say, straight or gay or whatever else. But it's still a case of you are attracted to a percentage of people rather than attracted to everyone, which is what the presumption is. Especially with pansexual, because I think, again, I'm talking from my perspective here, what I've witnessed. But what I have witnessed is that people tend to make the presumption of pansexual is like a step further than bisexual, but not in the way that it actually is, but in the way that pansexual means that you fancy everyone, whereas bisexual just means that you do fancy some men and some women. And a lot of the time people think that bisexuals are mainly attracted to one gender but will have sex with the other, which is an entirely other type of sexuality.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, see if you know what these are.
Well, I don't know, I just know Chris's word is homoflexible or heteroflexible.
That's what they are. That's the official terms. It's homoflexible and heteroflexible. So heteroflexible is where you're predominantly straight but will have sex with men. And homoflexible is where you're predominantly gay but will have sex with women.
Yeah.
And it's more of a, when we say you will have sex with, it's that you'll have sex with them but won't have any kind of romantic interest in them at all.
Yeah.
So for example, Chris is homoflexible because he is predominantly gay, but will have sex with women, just doesn't have any kind of romantic interest in them.
Yeah, that's great.
I have a great story. A few months ago, I was in Sunderland, right?
Yeah. Which
Sunderland is known for like not being exactly the most progressive place ever, right? I was in full drag after just being to see Rocky Horror.
Amazing.
I was walking back to the hotel on my own because I had an interview the following morning, so I need to get out of drag and everything while the guys kept on partying for the rest of the night. And I was on my way back, and I had a guy and a girl stop me in the middle of the street, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna die. Because they were both quite drunk. But the guy, who was quite cute, decided to start asking me about what do I think about guys' underwear. Do I think that guys should wear like nice branded underwear, or does it even matter? And we had this whole conversation for about 10-15 minutes, to the point where in the middle of the street he dropped his pants to show me his boxers.
Well.
Which I was enjoying every moment of this. For me to judge his boxers, and I then actually had to stop the girl and go, right, before I continue, are you his girlfriend or are you just a friend? And she was like, oh no, I'm just a friend, like we're not sexually active or interested at all. I was like, okay, right.
Well, hello.
Your underwear's shit. He had like non-branded, loose-fitted white boxers on, and I was like, honey, if I got you home and you had them on, you'd be being kicked out the door. Unless you've got a big dick, you kind of stop.
If there's a bulge, it's all good.
Yeah. I can't remember how big it was because I wasn't wearing my glasses. Obviously, I'm in drag, so I don't wear my glasses. And it was like about 12 o'clock at night, so it was quite dark. And I was like, yeah, it's just a lump to me. I can't see it.
That's it.
Yeah, I was really tempted to not take the boxes off, but I thought I was taking standards.
You say?
They're low standards. I got him to take his trousers off. But yeah, like that sort of thing, like 5-10 years ago, you wouldn't see that.
Yeah.
Like whether it was a drag queen, because I'm very fishy for drag queen, but I'm still obviously a drag queen. So they obviously knew that I wasn't a woman, so why did they stop me other than because I was obviously gay and drag? Like, I'm a good perspective to have, sort of thing, as an alternative view. And I really like that. I thought that was really progressive kind of mentality to have, and I'm finding that a lot more now. Like, I'm one of the people that is very lucky that I've never had experienced, like, I'd say extreme homophobic bullying. Like, I've had homophobic comments made, but I've never, like, been jumped in the street or anything like that.
Jumped, yeah.
And I walk around like this, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with the way I dress. But some people still will view it as being incorrect, and I'm very lucky that the time that I've been out, that I've dressed like this, that I've never been jumped on or anything, and it's just...
Oh, they should be more
I think
scared of
we
you.
are that. Yeah, I'm a bitch, especially when I got my heels on. I know how to use the punch to start with. And I know which soft points to go for.
Please don't.
Whereas mine's tough, so they can't hit mine.
Please don't hurt me.
I won't hit you. You're too soft. Anyway, I think we need to get back to the point actually. Right,
So I used to go to this very Christian school, and while it was good for a lot of things, it wasn't the greatest for the whole scope of gender.
well, to be fair, that's education in general. No matter what school you go to, they don't really explore and discuss gender or sexuality.
Yeah, exactly.
And something that I point out on quite a regular basis. I went to a very generic secondary school where the only kind of education you got around any kind of other sexuality, let alone gender, was in a sex ed class. You got told, turn to page 35 or whatever it was, and there's a page about homosexuality. Read that in your own time.
Yeah.
I actually discuss that in my coming out story about that. And it's something that bugs me, and it's something that I really do think we need to try to change eventually. I say eventually, we need to try to change it now.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
Well, I obviously had the whole thing. It was a really Christian school, but that doesn't mean that all the teachers were bad. So my sixth one, like tutor, Mr. James, absolutely amazing. Really supportive. Massive Christian himself. He was just like, look, well, you know, it's God's love for everyone. And I was like, yeah, no, that's great. Really helped me through. But anyways, it's great.
It's great because there is more conversation happening. We are more openly talking about these things and expressing who we are and finding new ways every single day on how to express ourselves. And it is great that we are developing that culture, and it's something that we do need to continue. But at the same time, I think things like the education system, the legal system, need to keep up with the social media trends and the fact that people are discussing gender identity and people are discussing sexual identity, and we need to be incorporating it into our schooling systems, which is something that I'm kind of aiming towards, is trying to get into like primary school system as sexuality and gender awareness, and teaching kids what different sexuality and gender identities there are, and that there is nothing wrong with identifying as that, and that you will still be accepted. Because if we train the younger generations how to behave, it will then spread upwards through the generations.
Yeah, exactly.
Because by the time that they're old enough to, well, they're our age, we'll be then the grandparents that are looking down going, we made a good world. And
God. Be old, wrinkly, and I'll go out and fight a bear. I think I can fight a bear.
Honey, you're a twink, you can't fight a bear.
I can take a bear in a fight.
Honey, you can't even take a gay bear. They just sit on you and break you.
Okay, fine.
Would you like me to prove it?
I could fight a shark. I can swim.
We need to stop this now.